You guys ever look back at a childhood memory and realize your parents were actually protecting you from something terrifying? I grew up in a pretty rough part of Detroit. Back then, I didn't know we were struggling. I just thought it was normal to sleep in the living room together when the heat went out. I was about 6 years old on Christmas Eve. My sister and I were huddled under a mountain of blankets when suddenly, crack, a sound like a firecracker went off right outside our front door, then screaming. Lots of it. My dad jumped up, his face gone totally white, and he started shoving the heavy dresser in front of the door. My mom grabbed us, pulled us into the hallway, and told us to keep our eyes shut. I remember the red and blue police lights spinning against the ceiling and the sound of heavy boots running across our porch. I was shaking. I thought monsters were finally coming for us. But then, the front door opened. My dad walked back into the hallway, smiling, which was weird because he'd just been panicking. He looked at us and said, "Kids, you're not gonna believe this. Iron Man just crashed his jet in our driveway." I peeked out, and there was this guy in a high-tech looking helmet and a tactical vest. He knelt down, gave us both a high five, and handed us 2 bags of M&Ms. He told us he was working with the neighborhood Avengers to keep the Grinch away from our street. He stayed for 20 minutes, telling us stories about the North Pole until the sirens finally faded away. I fell asleep thinking I was the coolest kid in Michigan. It wasn't until I was 19 that my mom told me the truth, that Iron Man was actually a SWAT officer who had just finished a high-stakes standoff with an armed robber on our lawn. He saw us through the window, saw how petrified we were, and decided to stay in character just to make sure 2 little kids didn't have their Christmas ruined by the sound of gunfire. It's crazy how one person's kindness can turn a nightmare into a core memory.